Hey, what is up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to the Monday live stream here. Glad you guys could all make it. Gonna try to keep the stream going for about an hour per usual. Here to answer any snowboard questions, snowboard gear questions, anything snowboard related, anything you have for me as well. Go ahead, start dropping those comments. I'll try to get to as many questions as I can here today. Also, if you want to let us know where in the world you're joining us from, it's always awesome to see where you guys are at. What's up, Rob Gam? See, we got a few people here already kind of waiting. Proto Gaming from New Zealand. What's up, man? Old Man Shredder, Martin Walgren. What's up? Fresh Rancid, Razor Blader 18, Lucifer Morningstar. What's up, man? Good to see ya. Nice. Good to see there was a little conversation here going just before the live stream started. We got Chris Ayers on the live stream. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for being here. Hopefully no trolls this week. We'll see what happens. Isaac Ottesen from Sweden. What's up, man? Robert Fowler from Australia. Justin from Saskatchewan. I've only been there once before. I'm glad you're on the stream, Annalyn. Let's see, Rob Gambon from Portland. Good to see you here again, man. Jonathan Harper from Australia. Asking if we're coming to Perisher. Yeah, so the plan is to be in Perisher. It'll probably be September when we're in Australia. I think we're going to actually start that trip off in New Zealand. But yeah, if you're out there, we'd love to get some laps in with you or meet you. But yeah, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Right now I am up on Ptarmigan Trail, up on Ptarmigan Hill here in Silverthorne, Colorado. So we got Lake Dillon behind me, some of the ski resorts. I think you can see Keystone and Breckenridge back behind me as well. Yeah, nice little hike, get the energy going. Start off the live stream, give you guys a little bit of a view. Jason Song 86 saying nice view. Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots. I filmed a bunch of videos here as well at the beginning of the season. But yeah, speaking of videos, hope you guys caught the Arapahoe Basin closing day video. I thought that one came out really well. It was a bit more of a vlog style video, switching it up a little bit from the board reviews. Really fun day. So many awesome people out there. The Denverites rallied and made it out as one of the busiest days I had seen at the basin in weeks. So that's a fun video. Definitely check it out. There's a lot of crashes in the pond skim, and I kind of show you around and show you what the closing conditions were like here for June 3rd out in Colorado. Other than that, I've just kind of been plugging away at some of the stuff for the website, like I've been talking about a lot. So I have over 30 board reviews that are going to be written board reviews that are going to be posted onto the website by the end of the summer. Working on upgrading a few other things on the site as well. So that's going to be kind of like a summer-long project. But yeah, check out the site. There's a lot of good stuff on there if you guys want. BoardArchive.com. Also, I am going to be going live on Patreon immediately after the stream here today. So it's a little bit more casual, less people. If you want to come hang out, that's going to be patreon.com/boardarchive. I'd love to hang out with you guys there. Also, check out Kevin's Patreon. It's patreon.com/SnowboardProCamp. Great way to help to support the channel, especially through the summer months right now. It's really helpful. So thank you guys that are joining us over there. And also dropped stickers lately, or recently rather. So if you haven't checked that out, I got some links down below. If you want to pick up a Board Archive sticker, I'd be stoked. Free worldwide shipping on those guys. And still a few hoodies left. All the sizes are sold out except for small and medium. So if you want to get a small or medium Board Archive hoodie, it's the white hoodies. They're lightweight. Check that out as well. This is going to be the only time that I make that hoodie. So if you want one, this is the time to get it, and I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, so I think that's enough of that. Let's jump into some questions here. I saw a super chat come through already from Stan Deeks. Appreciate it, Stan. Got a Camber GNU. Was looking of doing the DOA. Looking for a nice tree carving freeride board. What do you think, the DOA or others? Well, Honestly, I was just kind of thinking about this earlier today, ironically, Stan. So I'm not sure what GNU you have. That they don't have too many of their camber, like the C3 options. So if you were on something like the oh man, what's it called? Eric John Jackson's brother. He has a pro model with LibTech. It's C3. It's directional. Also, Nicholas Mueller has that C3 directional pro model with GNU. So if it is a directional board, then I think the DOA could be a pretty good option. But if it's a twin, especially since you're looking for like tree carving and freeride performance, if your current board is a true twin or some kind of twin, then I would recommend getting a directional board. It's going to be way better for carving and free riding, and it's going to be more maneuverable and nimble through the trees because it will likely have a setback stance and a taper, so it's just going to give you a shorter tail, make it a little bit easier to whip around. So that would be my 2 cents on that. I'll keep an eye out and see if you let me know which board you have from GNU right now. But yeah, if you currently have a directional board and you want to go for the DOA, then yeah, the DOA is sick. It definitely has some nice stability for all that stuff you were talking about. Thanks for the super chat, Stan. And yeah, if any of you guys have a question that you really want to make sure that it gets answered, you can always do a super chat. It'll highlight the question for me to make sure I see it, and it's another way to help to support the channel. So I definitely appreciate that as well, guys. And if you don't mind, those of you that are here, if you want to drop a like on the video, I'd be super stoked if we could get this video up over 50 likes. That'd be sweet. All right, let me scroll back up here. I think I lost my place. Noah O'Neill from Ohio. The Fellers from San Antonio. What is up, guys? Sarah Gabby from New York. Tino Marrere. What's up, man? John Highland. Homie TV from Michigan. Lauren from the UK. What is up, guys? Travis Kangas, RIP 17-18 snowboard season. Yeah, man, it's sad. I mean, I guess some people might view the summer snowboarding as part of the 17-18 season, but I think that it rolls over now. Corey Munt from Australia. Chris Ayers, the Troll Hunter. Watch out, trolls. Ramon Nunez. Hey TJ, have you decided on the Yes 2020 for next season? I haven't decided 100% on that board yet. Like I said last week, I did check it out. It's a very interesting board. I'm loving how wide it is. That 150 is like 27.4, 0.8 or something at the waist. So super wide. I definitely am looking to have an especially wide board in my quiver next year. So I think it's between that or the Twin Pig, but we'll see, man. Camden from Kansas, Infinite Stars from London, CJ Explored. What's going on, man? Good to see you, CJ. Ooh, Vito Capola. What's a better daily driver, the Ride Warpig or the Capita Ultra Fear? I would say if you're like a freestyle focused rider, you like, to hit natural features, you're in the park a lot, the Ultra Fear is going to be way better. If you want something that's more all mountain, still fun for freestyle stuff, but going to do well for carving, powder, trees, all that stuff, I'd probably go for the Warpig. But if you're a little, more focused on freestyle, the Ultra Fear is going to be better for you, Vito. All right, Lucifer Morningstar. Hey TJ, how are you? I'm doing good, man. Cannot complain. Can you clarify ollies, please? A lot of people seem to just pull up their back foot, but some people straighten their back leg and push down to spring up, which is correct. Joining us from the UK. And I would say definitely if you want to do like a proper ollie where the board is springing you and giving you extra boost, you're going to kind of want to get into a tail press position so that there's tension loaded up in the tail of the snowboard, and then straighten out your back leg to further tension that tail and also jump at the same time. And so as you straighten out your back leg, you're gonna increase the tension in the tail, and then when you jump, all of that tension in the snowboard is gonna snap and give you some extra boost for that ollie. I would say that is the better way to do it. So I hope that helps you out, man. Might have to get a video going on that. That'd be a fun one. Ooh, I think I lost my spot. Ah, here we are. Anna Lynn asking if we'll be at the Evo store in Ballard. Yeah, we definitely are going to be stopping by the Evo store. I think we'll be there, I want to say Thursday. It'll either be Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. I couldn't give you a specific time. I don't want you to have to wait around there all day or anything, but it'll probably be Thursday evening if I had to guess. And it'll be with the whole Evo crew, so it'll be a mob of us. It might be, it'll be a lot of people. It'll be fun though. I think we're gonna check out that skate park they have downstairs there at the store. Casey from Ohio, what's up, Casey? Joe Wilkin, what up, TJ? We out here from Chicago. What up, Joe? CJ explored. Missed you out at A-Bay. Yeah, I know, man. I wish we could have caught a lap together, man. That would have been, yeah, that's a shame. It's just I don't have service out there, so I actually was like trying to meet up with a personal friend of mine from Denver that day as well, and didn't end up meeting up with him. But yeah, sorry about that, man. Can't believe you made the pond skim so easy. That thing was a lake. Yeah, it was massive. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the closing day video. Yeah, I really hauled butt into the lake. I was going really fast. But I was still surprised that I made it across with so much speed left over. But yeah, it was super fun. Pond skims are always so sick. Potato Chips asking if we're going to go to Tahoe next season. Maybe, not 100%, but I would like to get down there again. I feel like this year we didn't really get to do it justice. We were there just a little too early with their low snow season. You guys meeting up with David while in New Zealand? That's the plan. Yeah, I think we're going to be riding with David. I'm not sure if it'll be the whole time, like every day or just a few days, but definitely do plan on meeting up with David. Haven't seen him in a minute, but looks like he's still doing well, getting those videos out. Isaac Addison, where's Kevin? So Kevin is in Whistler, and I'm in Colorado. So yeah, Kevin does the live streams every Friday out of Whistler. So if you have any questions for Kevin, make sure to hop on the stream on Friday. But all the streams on Monday are here with me, and most of the time we're out here in Colorado. Thanks, Joe. Saying that spot looks sick. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is one of my favorite spots. It's a short hike from my house. Infinite Stars flying to Colorado tomorrow. Awesome. Have a great time. It's beautiful out here right now. It's starting to get pretty hot though. Here we got a technical question. Ryan C, what's up, TJ? What kind of computer and how much memory do you use for editing your videos? Hi from Encinitas. So basically I want to say it's 32 gigs of RAM. And I've got a 256 gig solid state hard drive. I also have a dedicated graphics card, like a 1060 something or another. I don't know exactly. It's one of the better ones, one of the newer ones. I heard there's like a big difference between the 1050 and the 1060 if you're looking at those. And that has 4 gigs of independent memory as well. I got it from this website called Exotic PC. It's a Sager. I got the middle version so I could get the aluminum case, and I swapped out from a iMac for that, and this is way better mobile workflow, and honestly it's way more powerful than the iMac was anyway, so I would highly recommend checking that out. It was a pretty good deal. We got the InMotion SLB guys. What's up, Yannick? Dude, you're gonna love Landgraph. 10 times better than what we have here in the UK. Awesome, man. Dude, I definitely want to go check it out. I saw the photos. That place looks massive, dude. I bet it's so fun. I can't believe that it's that big indoors. I definitely want to go check it out. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Yannick and Narav, thanks for hopping on the stream, boys. Mason Forbes, would you say the Spring Break Slush Lasher can be used all year, even in cold, icy conditions? Yeah, certainly, you know. Honestly, I think, you know, with the whole rise of magnet traction and grip tech and frostbite and underbite and all those different types of additional contact points, that it's kind of made people think that you can't carve or get decent edge holds without it, and that's not true. You know, pretty much all of the really dedicated like carving snowboards aren't going to have that stuff. So as long as you do keep your edges sharp, even if you don't have those additional contact points, you're going to be totally fine. Oh man, I just lost my spot, dude. So many questions just came in. All right, well, I think I saw some super chats coming here, so let's switch over to that real quick. Thank you for all the questions, guys. I appreciate it. Keeping this rolling for everyone. Stan Deeks with the super chat. Rocker or camber? Or he says rocker, not camber. Oh, got a camber. He was thinking of doing a DOA. Okay. So that goes along with his last super chat. So you have a rocker GNU. Still what I said holds, man. I would say, you know, if you're looking for that carving tree freeride performance, I would go for a directional snowboard, unless the one you have is directional, whether it's rocker or camber. But yeah, if your current board is rocker, I would suggest getting a camber for the second one, just so you have something a little bit different. Wakeboarder Pro Camp with the super chat. Thank you, my man. What is your plan for the summer? Been trying to keep you guys in the loop with everything we've got going on. Right now, the plan is actually this Saturday. So coming up real quick, guys. We are going to be all meeting up at Mount Hood again. We're going to be doing High Cascade Session 1. Super excited to be out there. I know a few of you guys are even going to be there, so really excited to meet you or see you again if I've already met you, and get some laps in and hang out at government or at High Cascade. I guess it's not going to be a government camp this year, but the campus down in Welch's is sick. I actually have a video on the Patreon if you guys want to check that out, kind of showing the entire campus. But yeah, so it'll be Kevin, Garrett, and I for a week out at Mount Hood for High Cascade Session 1. And that's the only thing we have 100% set right now. We will be going to do a Southern Hemisphere trip in August and September. It looks like that's going to be New Zealand, Australia. And that's all that I want to share for now. But yeah, super excited about this weekend. You know, it's so hot right now. It's going to be hot up there too, but at least we'll be snowboarding. So that's coming up. So a lot of fun videos to come soon too. Excited to share all that with you guys. And we got Lucifer Morningstar with the super chat. Thanks, TJ. The timing is a bit tricky for me on ollies. I also kind of forget what my legs are doing. Video from you on this would be great. Peace. Awesome, man. Yeah, I actually have that on a list of videos that I want to do. So maybe I'll be able to do that next week while I'm out at Mount Hood. Otherwise, it would be a next season thing. Obviously, you know, got to have snow and be snowboarding to do that video. But yeah, man, I would say just practice those tail presses and practice like ollieing, like hold the tail press and then try to ollie out of it. That'll be a really good way to practice that motion and get comfortable, you know, to build that muscle memories. So you don't have to think about making your legs do whatever they need to be doing. It'll just kind of come naturally. And then once you get comfortable with it, you can just go straight into it and do the ollie without having to start in a tail press. But yeah, glad that helped you out, man. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. And Justin Vasey with the hashtag Chipotle Fund. Thank you, Justin. What's up from LA? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I eat a lot of burritos and burrito bowls at Chipotle, guys. So definitely appreciate the Taco Fund, Chipotle Fund, super chats. I was just there yesterday, so I don't know if I'll go back today, but if I don't go today, I will go tomorrow. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. We'll go back to the regular questions here. Rob Gam saying Mount Hood got 5 inches yesterday. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I can't believe that they got snow. That's insane. It was so hot when we were there. And that was like a while ago. CJ Explorer just joined the Patreon crew on both. Heck yeah, CJ. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, awesome way to help to support our efforts. So thank you, man. Cameron Hamrast. Will you be doing a review on the 32 TM3 boots? You mentioned you were switching on to the TM2 next winter. It'd be nice to hear the pros and cons to the TM3 since it's so new. Definitely, man. Yeah. So I do have a plan to do a video on that. So that's something that I think I can do at some point this summer since I literally rode those boots all season. I can kind of pick footage from anything we did this season to kind of demonstrate some of the things that I feel about the boots, and then I can just kind of do audio like right up here or something, or maybe a different spot. So yeah, I think that will be something that'll go down this summer, man. Jonathan Hart, what's your favorite goggle brand? I would say my top two favorites are Oakley and Dragon. And I named two because I do think Oakley is the best, and I would say they're my favorite. The Oakley Prism lenses are awesome, but the Dragon Luma lens, the Smith Chroma Pop, the Spy Happy lens, they're all going to be pretty comparable performance-wise to what the Prism does, which, if you guys don't know, basically it's like color optimization. It kind of like brings out the contrast and the contours in the snow. It also increases the saturation, so colors pop a little bit more, but it's a pretty similar experience across most of the brands. I do think the Prisms are the best, though, by a small margin. But they're just really well constructed. The foam is really good. They're really comfortable. It fits really well around my nose, keeping the air out, but not like squeezing my nose so I sound nasally. But Oakley's only come with one lens. So Dragon's super, super stylish still. You get the Luma lens and you get a bonus lens with every goggle. So you get the Luma lens and you get a bonus Luma lens with every Dragon goggle. So if you want to get a highlight and low light without having to buy a separate lens, which can be kind of expensive, then I would take a look at Dragon. But I do think Oakley is superior by a small margin. Hope that helps you out, man. Awesome, guys. Let me scroll up here. Ryan B, what's up, man? And we got Ryan C. Awesome, thanks, TJ. Gonna look into those computers. Sweet, man. Yeah. I'm very, very happy with it. Having a mobile workflow is a game changer. Lasse Rothoff, what do you think of après ski? Yeah, I'm not too big into après ski. Honestly, it's not quite as big here in the States on the same level as it is in Europe. Like I remember when we were riding around Europe this past season, a lot of the après started at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. You would actually like ski or snowboard to the bar on the hill or right at the base of the hill, and they would just be mobbed. Like everyone was into it just straight after riding, going après. I feel like here in the States, it's more like let's ride and then let's go home and shower and change and then go out to the spot. But I'm not too big into that anyways. Honestly, I hardly ever go out for drinks, so. Rob Gams, did Capita change the DOA at all from last year? Not to my knowledge, man. I think it's the exact same board and it even has a pretty similar graphic. I would have to double check their catalog, but it's very, very similar, if not exactly the same. Andrew Peterson, should leg strength be a factor when choosing a board flex? I'm deciding between the DOA and Huck Knife for all mountain freestyle and have very strong legs from many years of lifting. Awesome. I think that'll definitely come in handy with snowboarding. Having stronger leg muscles, probably have some pretty good stamina in your leg muscles as well. I don't think that your leg muscles really have as much to do with flexing the board as your weight. Because really when you're flexing a snowboard, it comes more from shifting your weight over the nose or tail, and your legs are kind of like in a fixed position. So you definitely need some leg strength, but you're not actually, or you shouldn't really be bending the snowboard using your legs muscles. It's more of just kind of a lean and shifting your weight. So I would base it more off that, man. That'd be my 2 cents. Ooh, Lucifer's saying his Oakley Airbrake XLs came with 2 lenses. Awesome. Yeah, pretty much all the Oakleys I've seen are just uh, are just 1 lens. But that's awesome. Good for you, man. Are they both prism? That's what's up. If so, I mean, because I know like an extra prism lens is like 50 or 60 bucks or more. Wakeboarder Pro Camp with another super chat here. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. So he says, Casey Worth living in Colorado after high school. I'm assuming that he means, is it worth living in Colorado after high school? Um, well, I definitely love Colorado, and it's a great place to be. I highly recommend you guys come check it out. It's probably worth coming here on vacation first to check it out in person, or if seeing it in our videos and stuff or other videos is enough to make you feel like you would just love this place, then you could just make the move. It's really common for people to come out here right after high school and do like a year working for the resort to get a free pass, cheap housing, and then kind of go on to do college or whatever you want to do. So I would recommend that. I think that'd be cool. I'm an advocate of taking a gap year between high school and college, but definitely I wouldn't say just don't skip out on college if that's something you want to do to be a snowboarder, because you can do both. But yeah, it definitely is worth moving out here. I love Colorado. I couldn't speak highly enough about it. Holds a place in my heart, even though I've only been here about 4 years. It's a really special place, great community, and it's just gorgeous, man. I love it out here. Hadouken. uh, what are some good mitts for snowboarding in California? Um, I would say some lighter weight mitts. I think it still does get pretty cold mid-season in Cali, so maybe check out the Oakley Spring mitt that I'm running right now. I think I have that in the links for you. Otherwise, for summer, spring, early season riding, late season riding, you could look at the Neff Ripper mitt. I know that's a mitt that Kevin really likes a lot. Super lightweight, really grippy. But yeah, I'm running the Oakley Spring mitten right now, and I'm liking it a lot. I think I'm gonna switch to this company called Oyuki next year, though. They look like they have some really, really high quality mitts. DRC just picked up the Epic Pass. What are some resorts I should hit this coming season in Colorado? Man, well, if you have the Epic Pass, I would just check them all out, might as well, since you get free passes everywhere. But I would say for sure, don't miss, you got to check out Breck and Keystone. As much as, people want to complain about Breck being too busy or like being the mountain where all the tourists go or what have you. If you can get out there, especially during the week, it's a really, really fun mountain to explore. Keystone was my personal favorite last year. Both Breck and Keystone are pretty centrally located, easy to get to. Keystone has better parking. They both offer everything. They're both going to have great world-class parks. They both offer great trees. Breckenridge has better alpine. If you want to do some hikes, there's a little bit of that there at Breck. A Basin's worth checking out just because it's so different from the other resorts. It's got a much smaller, more mom and pop kind of feel going on with it. And then if, on a POW day, if we get like 10 inches or more of powder, I would absolutely recommend checking out Beaver Creek and Vail. Those resorts are really, really fun on a POW day. So those are kind of all the closest ones around here that you can hit on the Epic Pass. So that would be my 2 cents on that. I hope you get a chance to check them all out, man. CJ Explored saying Keystone's the easiest in and out of the big ones in my opinion. Yeah, Keystone is really easy to navigate. Like I said, they got everything. Not much alpine though, if you want to like hike above tree line. Oh man, Rob Gams going against the grain, preferring gloves. Hey man, that's all good. If you prefer gloves, if they both keep your hands warm, and dry. So whatever works, man. I like mittens just because I don't know, I'm just used to them now. I think most people start with gloves and then kind of eventually switch to mittens. A lot of it is a style thing too. But functionally, I think mittens are a little bit warmer, and I don't lose any dexterity. You can still do everything you need to do. Trigger finger mittens. Oh, Jason's song with the bringing out the hybrid. Yep, you can always go with the trigger finger. I'm actually looking into getting like a zippered mitten next year as well, where you just unzip it and you can get your fingers out and then zip it back up. I've heard those are super convenient and they keep the heat in the glove. You don't actually, take your hand completely out and all the heat comes out with it. So I might look into that next year too. But yeah, as long as you're dry and you're warm, can't complain. Hadouken 808, what would you say are a great pair of park boots? Um, I really, really enjoyed, I've been riding 32 boots for a long time. I've really, really enjoyed the TM3 this last year. They come in at a pretty high price point though, so I also think that the Lashed and the TM2 are great options. So the Lashed is going to be more flexy, not as much support and stability, but maybe also a little bit more comfortable. The TM2 is going to be a little bit stiffer, a little bit more rigid, but still loads of fun in the park. So probably the Lashed is what I'd recommend for you, but the TM2 is sick as well. Martin Walgren, yeah, we got Patreon going on after the stream here today, man, if you want to hang out. So again, guys, if any of you want to check that out, it's patreon.com/board archive. We'll be chilling there for about 30 minutes right after this stream is over. So I hope to see you guys there. Here's a good question from Sammy. Oop, sorry guys, hold on. From Sammy Yoon. Easiest way to set up headphones while riding. Yeah, so I've in the past for years and years just used the standard like Apple earbuds and just run the wire up through my shirt to my phone in my pocket. But this year, recently, thanks to my friend Bo, who you guys may have seen in some of the Japan videos and some other videos, introduced me to the Apple AirPods, and they're a game changer. They don't fall out when you ride. I've been using them for the last few months, and like not having to search for that little clicker thing to change the song or anything, or like pause the music is next level. So I would recommend AirPods. Otherwise, just some standard headphones, man. I'm not too big into like the whole big over ear headphone things while snowboarding just because I run a helmet full time. So that's what I'd recommend. It's just Rory, favorite all mountain freestyle binding at the moment. That would be the Union Atlas. Check it out. And we got another question here, super chat from WakeboarderProCamp. What's the price range for an apartment there? So if you're living in Denver, you're probably looking at 700 plus. Honestly, here in the mountains as well, 700 plus would be the standard. You can find places, maybe on the extremely low end if you're really lucky. The lowest you could probably find is 500. And that's if you're just looking on your own, trying to find like a landlord independently. So yeah, 500 to 1,000 I would say is pretty normal around here. Obviously, if you're looking on the lower end, you're gonna have more roommates. And it might not be as nice of an apartment, or the location might not be as convenient, things like that. But for you, man, I would say, if you want to consider working for Vail, they'll set you up with an apartment for I think as low as 375 to 500. On the low end, you're going to be sharing a room like in a bunk bed with another employee. It's employee housing. I think for 500 you can get your own room though, which isn't too bad, and it's going to be really close to the resort too. So I would look into that, but you do have to work. I think you have to work full time for the mountain in order to get that. And Jason Song 86 with the hashtag Taco Fund. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely You know, rice and beans is such a good food, you know, full protein chain, good stuff. Martin saying he's watching Westworld. I'll be back for the Patreon later. Sweet man. Uh, yeah, I just started watching Westworld season 2. I got like a HBO Now finally, and just like ran through Silicon Valley. Finished the last episode of season 5 last night, and starting Westworld season 2. Super stoked. It's been so long. I've been waiting for Westworld season 2 for literally so long, as have all of you guys if you know about it. They took over a year break between season 1 and season 2. Anyways. See you on Patreon later, Martin. Jonathan Hart, do you skate? If so, what was your first board? Um, oh man, yeah, I do skateboard. I'm not that great at it. I need to start skating more if I want to get these tray flips by the end of the summer. But I want to say it was a Think skateboard. I think that was the brand. I'm not 100% sure though. That was a long, long, long time ago. Justin Vasey. I was thinking about grabbing a Battalion as my twin board. I do have a size 12 boot. Something that can handle butters, jibs, and some cliff drops would be ideal. Any recommendations? Well, obviously, Justin, as I'm sure you know, you want to get a wide board. I would say, as far as Battalion goes, I'd be looking at something, you know, maybe something that has their 99% twin shape. If you're going to be not using it like exclusively in the park. Um, but yeah, you know, I think the whatever would be a good option. I think the Fun Kink might be a little softer than you'd like. It does have that 99% twin shape as well, though. Or for true twin, you know, you could just go for my daily driver, which is the Evil Twin. But yeah, I think the whatever would probably be the best for you. Check that one out. It's basically like gonna be very, very, very similar to the Evil Twin, almost the same flex, but you got that 99% twin shape. Storybjorn, do you ride any cruiser skateboards now during the summer? Um, I do have a longboard, but I don't really ride it. I've been riding my bike around more than anything. Um, So yeah, I'm mainly just riding my shortboard this year. I may bust out the longboard at some point, but I don't really. It's very hilly here in Silverthorne. In Denver, I'd probably use it more, but yeah, I don't use the cruiser that often. Someone just said Jacob J says my hat looks crooked. Is it? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe my head is tilted. Maybe the hat's a little crooked. I don't know, man. But yeah, super hyped on these 5 panels. This is a Board Archive exclusive merch as well if you guys want to check that out. Rob Gams, would you say the flight attendant with cartel ESTs is solid for freeride, powder, and the occasional groomer? Um, yeah, definitely, man. I think I'm not sure what the price difference is from the cartel to the Malavita. If you can swing it, I would definitely recommend the Malavita over the cartel. It's just a little bit of a more comfortable and responsive binding, but the cartel is great as well. I definitely think that would be a good setup. Shred life, that's right, guys. I've got it tattooed inside my lip as well when I was young and dumb. Not to say lip tattoos are a bad idea. All right, let me scroll up a little bit, guys. Thank you for all the questions here today. Hope all of you are doing well. Hope you guys down in the southern hemisphere are getting stoked for the season. Maybe already even getting out there, getting some turns. I saw some new snow came already. Can't wait to get down there. Awesome, guys. I think, let's see. Got most of the questions here that I'm seeing. Let me scroll up all the way and see what I can find. Let's see. Jimmy Padilla. What's a good flex rating to start off leaning or learning presses and butters? Definitely a board on the softer side of medium. You know, if you're just learning and you want a board that's specifically really good for butters and presses, which will also kind of by default be good for rails and boxes and stuff. I would look at a flex rating around 3. Definitely on the softer side of medium, a 3 or a 4. Once you start to get to that mid flex, it gets a little bit harder to get the presses. Still totally possible, but it's not going to be quite as easy as on those softer flexing boards. So yeah, if you want to, you know, I do give a flex rating on all the reviews on the website, boardarchive.com, so that may be helpful because um, the flex ratings do vary company to company. So like a 5 on Capita's line is not going to be the same as a 5 on Rosignol's line or a 5 on Battalion's line. So that's one of the big things. You know, once I have, you know, over 100 board reviews on the website, which there's over 40 now, and you know, like I said, we got a ton more coming soon. That's one of the things I'm really stoked about is kind of having a flex scale where that I've kind of generalized across all the brands. It's pretty cool to kind of feel that out. Awesome. Jonathan Hart, how old were you when you first met Kevin? Oh man, I think I was like 21 or 22, something like that. It was, I think it was like 6 years ago. So yeah, known Kevin for quite a while now. Wasn't super young, but young compared to my age now. Nick, hello from North Carolina. What's up, Nick? And the fellers, what do you think of the Never Summer Prototype 2 for an intermediate rider who wants to work on carving and jumps? Yeah, I think that's a great choice, man. The Prototype 2 is a solid kind of do-it-all style snowboard. Whether you're jumping, hitting rails, carving, butters, it's going to be able to do it all for you. So definitely a good choice. And I would probably pair that with some Union Forces or the Union Atlas. And Jimmy Padilla asking where I'm from and where did I live before Colorado. Yeah, originally from North Carolina. That's where I lived before I moved out here. Grew up in North Carolina. Went to school over at Appalachian State, and I was living down in Asheville, North Carolina, just before I moved out to Colorado right around 4 years ago. Glad to be in Colorado though. It's been awesome. Do you follow or play any other sports in the off season like basketball, baseball, football, etc.? No, I don't really play any of the ball sports, man. In the summer, I pretty much just do a bunch of hiking. I've been getting into mountain biking, like downhill mountain biking, over the last couple of summers, and camping. Maybe fly fishing a little bit. I enjoy that a good bit. I have access to some stand-up paddle boards, so I'm going to try to do some like alpine lake paddleboarding this summer. But I do not follow any of those sports at all, man. I can appreciate it, you know, the people that do, but I never did growing up, so I just don't. It's just not something I'm into. All right, let's see what other questions we got coming in here. Tim Herban, do you know Urban? Do you know a board that is amazing at carving and fits a boot size 12 and a half? So for a boot size 12 and a half, I'd be looking at getting, for carving especially, you know, the widest board you could find really. So I'd be looking at boards like the Ride Warpig, which has up to a 27 centimeter waist. Or the Twin Pig next year. I'd check out the United Shapes Orbit snowboard. It's naturally very wide. You could check out the Libtech Skunk Ape. So it's like over 28 at the waist. Or you know, you could also just look into some more traditional like freeride carving boards like the Jones Flagship. The K287 actually is volume shifted, so that would be a good one to check out. But I was going to say it was like the Flagship or the GNU Mule Air or the Hypercarve or any of those more kind of traditional freeride carving shapes. I'm gonna just get a wide version. But the key spec I'd be looking at is the waist width, and I'd be looking at a waist width of at least like 27 or higher if you can find it. For a size 12.5 boot that's on a board that's going to be used primarily for carving, definitely wider the better. Zachary Fournier, will you post some mountain bike content? Definitely, man. I'll be doing at least 2 or 3 mountain bike videos this summer. Just kind of showing you guys around some of the trails here in Colorado. I think the first kind of vlog style video I have planned is going to be actually hiking a 14er and then flying the drone off of it. So yeah, in Colorado, a big thing people like to do is summit the peaks, and we have a lot of 14,000 foot summits in Colorado, so people kind of collect the 14,000 foot peaks and hike them. So I thought it'd be cool to get one of those down with you guys and fly the drone off of it. I don't think I've ever seen a video with that done. So yeah, we'll do a lot of hiking, not a lot of hiking, we'll do a couple hiking videos, some mountain biking videos, but for the most part this summer I'm going to be focused on filling out the Board Archive YouTube with a lot of videos. So I've actually already started filming those, so you'll start seeing those being posted kind of trickling in throughout the whole summer. And the goal is to have the blog, the website, the YouTube, everything filled out and finished by the end of the summer. So I don't want to give myself any too big of deadlines. Obviously I have smaller deadlines within that time period, but that's one of the things I have going on this summer. Rob Games, do you have a rule of thumb for waist widths and when you'll start to get heel and toe drag? So I wear a 9.5 boot, so it's not as big of an issue for me. But the only kind of general rule of thumb I have is if you're wearing a size 11 boot or bigger, definitely look at a wide board or at least a waist width of 26 centimeters or larger. Obviously, the bigger your boot size, the wider you want the snowboard. So yeah, if you are on that larger side of the spectrum, I think if you're looking for a carving board, wider the better. For the other stuff, if you're not getting too crazy with the carbs, you're really not gonna experience too much heel or toe drag. Jacob J, anyone here a dirt bike? So there is a highway down below me. I may be catching some residual noise from down there, but I hope it's not too distracting. I do have the external mic on today, so hopefully that is doing its job. Lauren, there's conflicting info on whether / how often to wax extruded bases. I ride indoors, which really dries my base. Should I just wax after every trip, or is there a better way to protect extruded bases? So honestly, I agree with you, Lauren. This is a pretty kind of heavily debated, or I don't even know if it's debated that much anymore, but it's kind of controversial in the snowboard community. Extruded versus sintered base. Do you even need to wax an extruded base? How often should you wax it? Obviously with a sintered base, I think the consensus is you absolutely definitely need to wax it. But I've heard people say you don't even need to wax an extruded base at all. So I am of the mindset where if you notice your board is feeling slow, if you look at the base and you see that white hazy stuff on it and it's feeling slow, then wax it. But you shouldn't have to wax an extruded base nearly as much, maybe 1 out of every 5 to 10 times that you ride, even if you're riding indoors. So I would say unless you're really noticing the board feeling slow and sticky compared to how it used to feel, I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe every 5 times you ride should be fine. Bug just landed on me. Sweet guys, thank you for all the questions here today. Don't forget, we'll be hopping on Patreon right after this, patreon.com/board archive. Also, check out the stickers. Super hyped on how they came out. I just mailed out a bunch more this morning. So, yeah, like I said, free shipping worldwide. And any of you guys that have already ordered stuff, please tag me in photos on Instagram. I wanna share that with everyone else and kind of show off the gear a little bit. At Board Archive on Instagram if you're not following me there already. Kevin's at SnowboardProCamp. Always kind of trying to do daily posts, keep that story going to show you guys behind the scenes, especially when we're on trips. So if you haven't yet, make sure you follow us before this weekend, and you can follow along while we're in Oregon and see what that's all about. Let's see. Simon, hey TJ, I'm from Australia. Just wondering if you are dropping that review of the Capita Ultra Fear. I'm thinking about buying one as our snow season just started here. Yeah, I definitely am planning on dropping it. So I'm actually going to be bringing the Ultra Fear as well as the Arbor Formula with me to hood this time. So the day that I went to do the review on the Ultra Fear on this past trip, it actually, the park was in the clouds all day. So we ended up hiking. So I hope you guys saw that video. It was definitely, in my opinion, the best video of the trip. I think it's called like Epic Mount Hood Hiking or something like that. Basically we go almost to the very top of Mount Hood. We're above the clouds. It's awesome. Really fun video. And I'm riding the Ultra Fear in that video. So I did get one park lap on the way down. It's not featured in the video. But I didn't think that it was enough to really do the board justice, especially since it is a park specific snowboard. So I think we're gonna have 6 days on snow. So I'm hoping to get at a minimum 5 board reviews up for you guys on that trip. And 2 of them will be the Ultra Fear and the Formula. So yeah, definitely coming. And you know, I just think that I'd rather provide a more quality video than just put it out with what I have now. So yeah, it's coming, man. Thank you for the question. Jonathan Hart, could you hook me up with some stickers, TJ? You know what? I'm bringing some stickers to High Cascade Session 1. So if I run into any of you guys out there, I'm gonna try to keep those on me, and I'd be happy to give you some stickers. Otherwise, it's the first link in the description. If you want some free worldwide shipping, man, I'll mail them out tomorrow if you want, man, if you order some. Memo Felix, are you going to do a review on the Capita Mercury? I am not going to have a video review on the Capita Mercury. I will have a written review for it, but no video, unfortunately. Martin Pogmore, are you planning on doing a review on flow bindings? That's actually one of the binding videos that I've really wanted to do since I started Board Archive. I need to just really be adamant about figuring out a way to get a pair of those bindings. Flow has been really unresponsive, unfortunately, in sending some out, so I'll have to find another way to get some. But definitely would like to do a video on those rear entry flow bindings for you guys. I think that's a very common question we get here on the channel, and I would love to kind of demonstrate those on the snow for you guys and give you some feedback, because I know some people love them, you know, but I really can't say. I can see some disadvantages without even using them, but I think for a casual rider it could be a good solution, so I really would like to try them out. Steerborn, TJ, will you restock the large and extra large sizes of the summer hoodie anytime soon? You know, if I get a lot of requests like this, I would do it. But the plan going into it was that it was a one-time deal. This is the only time that these white hoodies are ever going to be available. So I will have some other hoodies with a different design available soon, probably at the end of the month. But yeah, I think that's it for the white hoodies, unless I just get flooded with requests to restock. Yeah, the larges and the XLs are all gone, guys. Only small and medium left, but I'm glad to know that you were stoked on it and you liked one, but we'll have some other cool stuff coming out as well. I should have some new t-shirts coming out on Friday too. Oh man. All right, we got a super chat from Dale Garland. Thank you, Dale. What do you think about the Ride Twin Pig? I'm 6'5", 95 kilograms, and struggling to find boards long enough. Um, yeah, I can see how you might be struggling with that, man. I think the Twin Pig is a very intriguing snowboard. I might even hopefully be able to try it next week out of High Cascade. We'll see. I would love to if I have the chance. Um, but yeah, the widest that they're going to make it is still going to be 27 centimeters at the waist, but I think they're going to offer it in a 158. So I think that could be something that would work for you. But honestly, check out the LibTech Skunk Ape. I think that would be a really good option for you. I don't know if you've checked that one out yet, but yeah, definitely look at a wide board. The flagship wide, like Alan's saying here, that could be a good option. Some other really stiff boards, the Capita Black Snowboard of Death could be a good option. Wide, of course. The Never Summer 25. These are all directional shapes, though. So you could also check out maybe even something like the Ride Helix in a wide version, but I know you're looking for length. So those are just some of the boards that are coming to mind. I definitely would recommend, something a little bit stiffer, more aggressive, and definitely a positive camber profile for you. That's what I'd be looking at. All right. Just scrolling through some of the questions that just came in here. Got a nice little conversation going on in the comments. Always love to see that. All right, we got a conversation about sintered versus extruded. Yep, like I said, lots of people have opinions on this. Uh, I hope you guys don't too strongly disagree with me. I don't see anything too controversial going on right here. All right. Martin saying we need to do a great European get together if you get over to Europe next season. Absolutely, man. Try to give you guys as much notice as possible as where we'll be, hopefully at least a month or 2 months of notice so that we will be able to hang out with you guys. But I'm not sure exactly if we'll be over there. Nadine Try. What's up, Nadine? Good to see you. Will there be a Patreon chat today? Yes. Right after this, we're going to hop onto Patreon. Hope to see you guys there. I did answer your question, Tim Urban. So yeah, check that out on the replay. Vince Newman saying, consider this part of the flood of requests for the XL summer hoodie. All right, man. I will, if I can get 12 people to say that they want it, then I will order it. That's the threshold, is 12. DM me on Instagram. James Lukes, how's it going, man? What's up? Algebra versus geometry. Ooh, both very interesting fields in mathematics. I think, honestly, they're very intertwined. A lot of the algebraic techniques that you learn involve geometry and the various angles and shapes and properties that they have. But personally, I would say algebra, just because it's a little bit more computational. Although some of the computational geometry stuff is still pretty interesting. TJ, spare room for you in Switzerland next January if you're around. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lucifer Morningstar, with the accommodation hookup. I think we're going to be in another part of the world, probably Japan in January, because this year we were there kind of late February, and everyone told us, man, if you really want to come for the snow, January is the month. So we'll probably be there, but man, I really want to go back to Switzerland. So yeah, I hope to get back out there. It'd be awesome to shred with you. Thank you for the offer. Dale Garland, been looking at the Helix, but all the size guides say that the 59 wide is for 86 kilograms and under. Yeah, man. So I would say, you know, you could definitely, if you can find a 61 wide, if they make it that big, that'd probably be, you'd probably be within that weight range. On the 59, it's just going to be a little bit less stable than it would otherwise be, but it's a very aggressive snowboard. So I still think that it'd be a decent amount of support for you. But there is a chance that maybe in an extreme situation, it might break a little bit easier than it otherwise would have. I don't think that's a very high probability, but it does increase since you're out of the weight range. All right, just a few more questions here, guys. Michael, hey TJ, do you like your Capital Ultra Fear? I'm wondering if I should buy it. I think it's a great board. It's underrated if you want something, you know, that's freestyle oriented, medium soft flex, easy to control, really fun in the park. Definitely get it. Jacob J, I'm doing a geometry test right now. Awesome, man. I hope that's true. That'd be pretty hilarious. Awesome, guys. All right, so we hit the 1 hour mark. I see we got a super chat from Kendall Chambers and a few good last minute questions coming in here, guys, but it's time to hop over to Patreon. So hope to see you guys there. That's patreon.com/board archive. Give me about 5 minutes. We'll switch over to there, hang out on Patreon. Make sure to check out the links down below, and also hit us up on Instagram at board archive, at SnowboardProCamp. Check out Kevin going live on Friday to get any questions you have for him down. That's also the day before that we leave for Mount Hood. So again, lots of really fun stuff coming next week. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for all the great questions. Thank you for all the super chats. It means a lot. And I will see you guys next week with Kevin and Garrett. Can't wait. Take care, guys. See you on Patreon.